Wild animals can get lost easily, especially when they're babies. The otter family in Singapore should be a good example of this. They have so many babies that it's impossible to take care of them all by themselves. It was autumn when the otter family had 6 new pups and 2 were forgotten. They were only 11 weeks old or forgotten along the way. The rest of the otter family have gone to the gardens by the bay. When they call, they find out that there are only 4 pups now, with 6 before. They're worried and have called a community group called Otter Watch, but still the family was unaware of this fact. On the 28th of December, people saw 2 small otters near Nicole Highway. They realized that these animals were lost, so they called Mr. Jeffrey Teo, who was a member of the Otter Watch. When the group heard about the lost babies, they hurried to help them out. They knew that the pups had no chance at surviving on their own, as they swam across the deep water. The rest of the otter family was over the water at gardens by the bay. Teo explained that these pups were not abandoned. They've observed the family for a long time before that and knew that they were just forgotten. They were forgotten by the family. This is likely due to the big family size. The team had to act fast, but they also had to catch them. The Otter Watch volunteers had to find the babies and deliver them to the family. They were still small and suckled, but would also eat fish. However, the babies couldn't catch fish on their own, and that meant they'd be hungry until reunited with the family. The rescue mission included 3 teams. One followed the otter family, another was keeping an eye on the pups, and the last was making sure there were no other otters where the 2 wandered. Teo explained that it was very early when the family left the holt. Being very dark, the 2 pups probably tucked away deeper in the Holden, still sleeping. They probably didn't hear the family was getting ready to leave. The family didn't notice the 2 pups were not following. He said, the rescue operation was led by the Animal Concerns Research and Education Society Acres, and it was quite challenging. The rescuers first let the family realize that they're 2 babies short, but after 30 hours, there was no sign of them coming back for the last ones. They decided to act. So they waited for the babies to get out of their holt. They had nets and traps, but the pups didn't fall for the tricks. Then they used pole nets to catch the critters on foot. The pups were very alert. There were a lot of attempts to make sure the pups don't run back so easily into their holts, explained Teo. They had to catch them outside. One of the pups was finally caught and taken to the family. The other one was an escape artist. The team had to wait for the pup to calm down and get outside the hole once again. The first pup was caught faster, but the second one slipped through the net and scurried back to the holt. Teo explained that it was a difficult operation, but they finally managed to take the babies back to their parents. The poor creatures were without food for almost 42 hours. Thankfully, after a 3.5-hour mission and efforts of so many people, the otters were safe once more. Here's what Teo had to say about otters and Singapore waters. Why are otters so popular in Singapore? Teo explains that with clean water comes otters. These natural creatures are direct endorsements of Singapore's decades of efforts and our green and blue projects. They are a beautiful outcome of the government and people's years of effort. This is why the people cherish otters. The population of otters in Singapore has nearly doubled to about 150 in the past 4 years.